accepted.
Are you sick?
Me? No.
Why are you way in the back by yourself?
Oh, I just like this area.
I'm sorry?
I like this area.
Oh, okay.
I like this angle. I get to see everything.
Oh, amazing. Are we ready? So you did your shopping, you say?
Me? I don't really shop anymore.
You don't?
No, I
Yeah.
got my husband something.
I'm sorry?
My husband and I exchange gifts.
Oh, yeah.
That's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Right on. Are you traveling?
No, I'm staying put.
You're not going to Europe?
Not yet.
How about Switzerland?
No,
You're not going to Switzerland?
no, Germany.
You're going to Germany? Amazing.
Yeah, what about you?
You know, some a black woman going to Germany.
I love Germany. There are black people in Germany.
There are?
Yes.
Does Hitler know that? Is Hitler aware that there are blacks over there? Well, he probably liked the blacks. He just doesn't like the Jews, right?
Right,
Oh, okay.
exactly.
So you've been there before?
Yes.
And so did you visit those camps where the Jews were strung up?
No,
And why not?
I don't like doing touristy things when I travel.
Oh, you do
I
not?
have to do what the natives do. I'm not a touristy person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would like to go over there. Good morning. Welcome to Fellowship. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Merry Christmas. You can get involved by going to our YouTube chat line, and Hank will pass your questions and comments on to me. Again, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, y'all. Amazing. So, before I get rolling, any questions? Good. One man had a life.
I have a lot of questions.
Okay.
I'll try to remember from the start.
You have a whole bunch of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So remember last week I asked about like the little dating situation I was going through? So actually all the questions I asked last week, like they were kind of revealed to me all week. Even though it felt like the devil was around the corner all week, everywhere. The first one was the dating situation. I started to see myself going into that like lovey-dovey trance. And then God was like, that's enough, son. Let me show you who you're really dealing with. And he showed me like that person just turned like instantly. You know what I mean? She went from like lovey-dovey to let's go here and I need your advice to just, I want to kill you now, like in a split second. And I was thankful for that. But the question I wanted to ask from that is, if you never want to feel heartbreak again, you have to let it break, right?
If you never want to feel heartbreak again?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by just let it break.
Like that feeling of heartbreak that you get, you know, you just got to let it break, right? You just got to let it all break down.
So is your heart broken now?
Not now, but last night I was just feeling pain in my heart a little bit, in the chest.
Over her?
I think it was over her.
But you just met her last week. Did you fall in love right away?
Not just last week. It's been like a few weeks I've been kind of talking to this person. Yeah, but it's strange.
A week and a day.
But why don't you keep dating simple? In the good old days when we dated, we just went on a date. And then when we talk, we talk. It wasn't like you were trying to fall in love or not fall in love.
Yeah.
And we didn't spend money, so don't spend money. And so if it works out, it'll last. If not, it won't. Why are you making something so simple so just difficult?
Because it's a little complicated because she has a boyfriend, but she wants to date.
She
so-
has a boyfriend?
Yeah, I don't know how
Well,
to
then
be-
that's a no. Just say no to that.
Right. I was
I
gonna
mean,
ask,
that's-
that was my next question.
That should have been a long time ago.
Yeah, but you don't,
The moment you found out she had a boyfriend, that should have been done.
Right.
Why
But-
you just end that then?
I just feel like I'm learning everything from scratch. Like I don't know how to deal with that anymore. So I just don't
You
even
don't know how to, if a girl says, I'm already dating, you just say, no, I don't want to date you then.
Well, that's the right thing to do, right? You just tell them, hey, like, but I don't know if I mentioned, do I tell them, hey, how would your boyfriend feel if we were to go on a date? I don't even say that, right?
No, just if you have a boyfriend, okay, fine, bye.
Okay, that was A.
Why is that not so simple?
Because the emotions get involved, the devil gets involved.
But how you get emotional involved when you find out she has another boyfriend? Okay, that's it.
Well, when I'm present and I'm logical, I'm like, no, and that's why I guess we didn't date. She wanted to, but I just didn't really follow up with it because I knew it wasn't the right thing to do.
Right.
But I still have that like last night I had that little achy feeling that, okay, this person's really not. It's not really what it seems like that. It's not really like love. It's really hate, like you say, And it was revealed when she accused me of doing something I didn't do, and when she threatened me, kind of in a way. I can't really get into the details. It's like
Right.
work related, but basically it went from like I love you to I want to crucify you now. You did something that I don't agree with. I'm mad. So.
But you should have known that was coming when you found out she had a boyfriend already.
Yeah. It's just, but the ego just likes to play. It's tricky. Yeah. So, and the heartbreak question I was saying is I shouldn't do anything about it if I feel that, right? I should just go through it.
Stay away from it, yeah, leave it alone.
Okay. And now and if she wants to play that ignore game,
Does she work with you?
yeah.
You dated somebody at your job?
Not dating, no, just,
You dated another woman with a boyfriend at your job.
I didn't though, but it was tempting me to do that.
But why would you even be tempted? She's at your job. You shouldn't date at work anyway.
Yeah, because just this retarded nature, yeah.
What?
It's this retarded nature.
What's wrong with you? Never
help it.
date from work.
Amen.
And then never date if they already have a boyfriend.
Yes, sir.
And then never spend your money.
Yes, sir.
Unless you're at Burger King or McDonald's.
Okay.
And not even a whole bunch of McDonald's. A rib sandwich at a sandwich is best.
All right. Okay, so yeah, that was
Dating is not all that complicated. It is for the guys now because the guys spend a lot of money on women.
that. Uh-huh.
And for some reason, y'all don't know that you're not supposed to do that.
Okay.
Why don't you know you're not supposed to spend money on a woman that you're dating?
To be honest with you, I watched my stepfather as I grew up, and he was always kind of like a player type of guy, and he would spend money on women. So I was like, okay, that's what players do. That's the cool thing to do. So I'm gonna do it too. But I realized that the moment you do that with them, they lose respect for you.
You're not supposed to do that, though.
Yeah.
In the good old days, women wouldn't even ask you for money if you were just her boyfriend. So, guys, because there was a guy called my show this week, and he spent buku money on women, and they just took advantage of him.
Yeah. I had one.
Why is it not common sense that you're not supposed to spend money on a girlfriend? Even when you get married, you don't spend a whole lot of money on a wife just for, right kind of things. But you're not supposed to spend any money on dating.
I just didn't know.
And then if you take her out dating, you can go out and ride the horse. That way you don't have to pay for gas.
Yeah. Okay.
But you understand, don't spend money on a date.
Oh yeah, I understand that now. I learned that from you.
But whatever you're feeling now, that's just a feeling, it's false.
Yeah, last night no matter what I did, it wouldn't go away. Like no matter what channel, I was eating like chocolate and cheese. It just wouldn't. So I just said, you know what? I can't do anything about this. Just let it.
You ate chocolate and cheese?
Yeah, didn't help.
If you're tripping right now over a woman you just been dating for a couple of weeks, Just imagine how bad it's gonna be if you date a woman for a year.
Exactly, yeah.
You're gonna commit suicide.
It was like, I'm telling you, it was like God was like, all right, enough. Let me just show you what reality is. And he showed me. And it snapped me out of that lovey-dovey trance. I was like, oh. I was like, this is like this person
Wow.
is dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, you know how you say an angry person is dangerous? I understand what that means now. And how you say people could turn on you in a second?
Yeah.
I understand what that means now.
Yeah.
You could hear it all day long, but you really have to feel it and see it to get it.
Amazing.
So I snapped out of it.
Well, block her and be done with her.
Right, but I wanted to ask you something in private about like the work
Okay.
thing, about like the follow-up on that situation.
All right,
So if
we'll
we-
talk after this.
Yeah. I have more to share, but am I hogging right now? Or
I'm sorry?
I have like more to share.
Yeah, nobody else has any questions.
All right, cool.
Oh, right on.
So remember when I asked you last week, how do I know if it's, how do I treat triumph and disaster like the imposter? A situation happened that exactly let me like see that, like at work. Like the beginning of the day, it was like all praise, like, oh my God, like who's this new guy? He's amazing. And then a split second, disaster happened. Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking about like real disaster.
Yeah.
Like if someone would walk up in, if someone were to get up in here, cuss you out, leave, say F this place, like something like that, you know? So that kind of thing happened, and I just had to sit through it all.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't do anything. Even though other people like around me were like arguing back and you know, arguing with the devil, I just sat through it all.
Beautiful.
And it felt like my insides were gonna come out like of my chest. Like
Yeah.
it was that heavy.
Speaking to the microphone.
Yeah, and then, well, I wasn't speaking to the mic the whole time?
Yeah. Well, at first you were, and then as that date
drifted away.
thing came.
I got you. Yeah, it's the nature, you know. So yeah, I got to experience that, so that was nice.
Good.
And the conclusion I got
Did you
to,
get angry or anything?
no, but my chest, like the fear was like,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
and then you know how you say catch the first thought?
Yeah.
So the first thought was like, okay, this person wasn't happy with the service, and they left. That was the first thought. Second thought was like, you're gonna get sued now. The rest of the
Yeah, don't go with the second thought.
Yeah. So when you catch the first thought, but there's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 thoughts coming right after, what's that about? Is that
Just let them pass.
just let them go?
Don't communicate, do nothing.
Okay. Cool.
Just stay with the first one
Gotcha.
and let it pass too.
Right. So yeah, the conclusion was that the reason why they're imposters is that they just both operate from thoughts.
Yes, they're both false thoughts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That the whole function of all that is just thought.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah, I think that's all I got right now. But
Okay.
if I remember anything else, I'll ask you.
All right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
I didn't know that dating was so complicated.
It's
Right. What happened to the guys? Why y'all don't have sense enough to think for yourself or dating either? You're not supposed to spend that much money on a date. Go to Popeye, make a few sandwiches, go down by the beach. But you're not supposed to be buying clothes and boats and trips and apartment, pay the rent and all that. Okay? That's amazing. It's that complicated now. I spent 1/4 on it. She asked me for a quarter, and I broke up with her because she asked for a quarter. Because that was abnormal. But anyway, yes.
So I just wanted to touch on something that you brought up on a radio show.
Okay.
And it's in regards, you had your panel come up.
To
and
what?
You had your panel, your experts
Okay.
come up.
Yeah.
And the topic was, why do people hate Jews or Israel? Something to that effect.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that.
You know, what I think, what I believe it to be, and I love the Jews. I do.
You love the Jews?
Absolutely.
Right on.
Yes. However,
God bless the Jews.
I believe that right now we're living in a culture where every group is beginning to take on this victim mentality.
Absolutely.
And I think that the dissension that we're witnessing with everyone else in the Jewish community is that there are a sect of Jews, they're called Zionists, who have taken on this victim mentality almost, where you can't say anything remotely disparaging or have an opinion or a thought that that does not align with how they see the matter, and you're suddenly an anti-Semite. And the same thing applies to BLM. Actually, that sect reminds me a lot of BLM, where there's this sense of entitlement. So I don't think that people necessarily hate the Jews, hate Israel. I know a lot of Jewish people who are not aligned with the thought process of Zionists, and even Benjamin Netanyahu and all of that. They're separate. So I just wanted to say that. And as far as I know, victim mentality is a result of anger, would you say?
Right, 100%. Yeah.
So then,
all victims are angry. That's why they're vicious.
right.
Anyone that think that they're a victim is an evil, very nasty, destructive person. And they only want what they want, and if they don't get what they want, they'll destroy you. Or
Right.
try to get what they want.
Yes.
A victim person is an evil person.
Yeah, I agree with that. And, Jewish people, a sect of them, don't want anyone to ever forget about the Holocaust. It's just like the blacks with slavery. And that's problematic for a lot of people. I mean, it's like Jewish fatigue, like black fatigue. So that's all I'll say on that. And the last thing I will say is it's amazing how we don't know what we want. And it speaks to how you always say that it speaks to the silent prayer in terms of not asking for anything, but just being still. When I moved, I was able to come here every Sunday. And when the time came for me to move to San Diego, it was almost traumatizing for me because I knew that I wouldn't be here on a regular basis, but it's exactly what I never knew that I needed, because as a result of being there, I've really had to watch myself and look into the mirror, and it's so difficult to do that. But Jesse, the things that I've seen, the things that I've overcome, it's just been, an amazing journey.
Right
so
on.
I'm thankful for the move. I'm thankful for you, and I just wanted to chime in with those things.
That's amazing. Let me ask you one thing about the Jews. When you were growing up, were you aware that America and Israel were friends, that they were our allies over there, and were you aware that Judaism and Christianity were almost one and the same? If it were from Judaism, there would be no Christianity. Did you grow up with that mentality?
I grew up, I didn't grow up in the church or anything like that, but
Oh.
I do recall hearing how, with Christians in particular, that there should be this alignment and this camaraderie, and that, the United States is an ally of Israel.
Right.
However, I don't, like you say, we've been lied to. I'm not sure that was, I almost feel like that was propaganda even back then.
Which part was?
Pardon me?
The part with propaganda was that Christians and Jews are allies, or?
That there should be this, I know that Israel is a friend of America. However, I remember as a small child hearing Benjamin Netanyahu talking about weapons of mass destruction. I remember that as a small
been
child.
president since you were born?
Pardon me?
He's been president that long? I thought he just became president.
Well, I don't know. Well, maybe I was a child. I remember years ago. I don't know how old I was.
When you were
but
a child, Benjamin was president?
Maybe a
What?
young adult.
He was prime minister when she was a child?
Maybe I was a young adult, Maybe I was a young adult.
Oh, I'm
but
about to say.
But I do remember.
Because I thought somebody else was president before Benjamin.
Maybe.
Because when I went to Israel, Benjamin was not president.
All
it
I
was somebody
know.
else.
All I know is that
Or
I was.
prime minister. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. I wasn't even involved with politics. I didn't know anything
Right.
about politics. I didn't talk about it. I just remember being younger, and I don't know how old I was because I had no interest in politics. But I do remember, my parents watched television, so we would see things. And I just remember him talking about weapons and things like that at an early age. But of course, it just went out one ear and through the other. My point is that, and I don't want to get into politics here,
Right.
but there seems to be a disconnect because that's the same rhetoric we've been hearing over the course of decades from him, or many years. And the other thing I was going to say on that is, oh my gosh, I just lost my thought.
About
I
Benjamin.
just lost my thought.
About
But
Benjamin.
it's about Benjamin.
But let me say that this while you're thinking. When we grew up and we studied the Bible about Israel and all that, I didn't think of the Jewish people. I thought about it, the religious aspect of it, in that spiritually we were one. And then we would read about Israel in the Bible because the whole Bible, Israel's in the Bible.
Right.
And when I was growing up, I would want to go over there to see where Christ walked and things that I read about in the Bible. And so when I went, it was more like a spiritual journey for me. And so I never thought about Zionists. I didn't even know Jews had different names. I thought a Jew was a Jew was a Jew. I didn't know
Right.
one was Zionist, one was atheist, one was liberal and all that, because I wasn't into politics either. And so when I went, it was an amazing trip because I went and I saw where Christ walked, some areas you couldn't go in. And then I saw where he laid in the grave. When he died, I saw the grapevines, and they have a whole bunch of grape trees.
Yeah.
I saw the city of David, all the things that was in the Bible. And we baptized in the Sea of Galilee. What's it, Galilee? Jordan River. And I was singing that song, Jordan River, I'm bound to cross. So it was an amazing trip because I got a chance to go to a place where I had been reading about all my life. And so I never thought about it. It wasn't until later in life I heard that they were allies. I didn't even know they were allies. I just thought Christianity and Jews were one as far as Christ's sake. And so when I went, it was an amazing trip. No Jew was spitting on us and all that. And the military people showed me around, and we took a picture with the military people, all kinds of beautiful things. I didn't know all this was going on in people's mind about it. That seemed to have come later in life. It wasn't in the beginning.
Right. Yes, I agree that somewhere, somehow.
And it's too bad because we had to be one with the Jews spiritually.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe a shift happened. And as I said, it's the same with BLM. It's the same with the gay community. A lot of gay people are not aligned with all this LGBT nonsense. So it's the same. It's
Right.
every
Same
community
counterfight.
has this.
Okay.
But what I wanted to mention, Jesse, and I think it bears, revisiting with Bill Lockwood on your show, he touched upon, because I know the Jews are the chosen people, but it's not, there's a disconnect with modern day Jews versus what was referenced in the Bible. And it takes Bill Lockwood to talk about that. But I think that it's a subject that, especially now, is relevant. And I think that we all need to just hear that. I've gone back to re-listen to it, but I can't find it. And he touched on it briefly, but then you all went on and off into a different topic.
Okay.
But
It
anyway.
doesn't make sense that anyone hate the Jews. That doesn't even make sense. How do you hate the Jew? And then say you love the Christ. You know what I mean? No. Look at all these Jew haters. Everywhere. But I wish for their soul's sake that had not happened. because then you can appreciate Christ even more so. When you could go and visit the place that the Christ visited. It would be amazing, especially after you read about it in the Bible, and you can enjoy it in a different way. Leave your hate at home, and ain't nobody gonna spit on you. And they had black people over there when I went. They had the real black Jews over there. They had found them over in where did they find them from? Ethiopia. They found them in Ethiopia. And they were like still living the way that the old Jews lived way back in those days. So you get a chance to meet them and hear their stories and how they were still living like the Jews were living in the good old days.
Well, it's definitely on my list of places to visit. I believe as a Christian, I agree with you. We should all take a trip there.
Yeah.
But while I have the
But
microphone.
don't go there with this crazy mindset of hate the Jews.
No, well, I love the Jews.
Leave that mess at home. What the?
I love the Jews. I grew up and have had many Jewish friends throughout my lifetime. So I have no problem with the Jews.
Okay.
I don't like victim mentality though. I do have
Right, I don't
an
agree
issue
with
with
that,
that.
yeah.
But in any event, may I answer the biblical question? while I
And
have
what
the
is
mic?
it?
The biblical question is, oh my gosh, I have the answer, but I forgot the question. Hold on just a second. Let me ponder this.
You
for just a
forgot the
moment.
question?
I have the answer, but I forgot the question. It's so weird. That happens all the time. I got it. I
But-
got it.
But
I got
what
this.
about the question? How you forget about the question?
I had it in my head. And do not mock my accent, sir. I will not have it. No, I'm joking.
That's right.
No, I'm joking. The question, this is it. What does it mean when people say, I will pray for you, right?
No.
It's something to that effect.
Right,
That's
but
the
that's not
gist.
it.
Okay, well, what is it?
When people say, my prayers go out to you, my prayers go out. What is that? What do they mean by that?
I believe it's a platitude. I believe it's something that people say as the same way they say, hey, how are you? But they really don't want to know how you are.
Right.
Yeah, it's similar to that. And I fell into that mode of communicating when I was in church for the short time I was in, a traditional Christian church. And it doesn't mean anything. And it's interesting that you ask this question, because even back then I realized I say this all the time, but I've never prayed for the person.
You say my prayer go out to you?
Like, say, for example, someone's parent would pass away. I would say, I'm going to pray for you, because that was the thing to say. But then I realized at some point that I never prayed for the person.
Right.
So I would forget the moment I walked away. I'm like, I don't even, who
That's
passed away?
right. That's a good point.
And so then I made a shift and I decided, okay, instead of doing that, I'm just going to just say to the person, let me pray with you. And I'll pray right in that moment. And then I'm done. I've done my due diligence. But even that was misguided,
Yeah.
because we're really not supposed to do that. So anyway,
Nice. Thank you.
of course.
So have you ever gone to Israel yet?
No, it's on my list, Jesse. I'm going.
Go there before you go to Germany.
Well, I'll ponder it more.
What?
I'll get back with you on that. I love Germany. I love the culture. I love the car designs. I love the fashion. I love the language.
Oh, but you don't like Jew language?
I don't know Hebrew.
Oh.
I like it, but I don't know it.
Oh, okay.
But I love the Jews, and I'm going to Israel.
We went to that river where you can swim and you can't sink into the water.
Really?
What? The Dead Sea.
Oh, wow.
You can swim, and you can swim on your back, and I don't know how to swim now. I used to know how. And you can swim, and you cannot go underwater at all, even if you try. Isn't that fun?
How
That's
is
it.
that?
What?
How is that
It's
possible?
the Dead Sea, and it's all salt. It's filled with salt, so it's salty water.
Oh, that must be so
The
healthy,
whole
too.
Dead Sea is full of salty water. So that water keeps you, what?
No sunburning.
And no sunburn.
Wow.
See what you're missing?
I know, and I love to swim. I love to swim.
Well, you
I
don't have
could
to worry about it over there. You black, you ain't gonna sink.
Well, I wouldn't sink even here because I know how to swim. I'm one of the few blacks who knows how to swim.
Amazing.
Happy to say, even on my back.
Nice. All right. Amazing. Okay. Go to Israel. Stop hating. You will love Israel if you go there with the right mindset. Really. All right. You love the Jews? You do? Just do hate it right here. You love the Jews?
I love the Jews.
So you don't hate the Jews?
I don't hate the Jews.
You're not mad at them or anything?
I'm not mad at them. I just think we have different interests.
Uh-oh. They're interested in God. How are you different than that?
I think politically they may be more interested in Israel, whereas I'm more interested in America. And so we may have differences there, but it doesn't mean I have to hate them.
Oh, that's right. Amazing. Okay. You want to answer the biblical questions?
Could I make a comment? So
Yeah.
this month at the men's forum, you mentioned a movie. You recommended the movie Revolver.
Yes.
So I've watched it since then.
Oh,
and it was
okay.
amazing.
It's amazing, huh?
The scene in the elevator, I could relate to that. That happens to me quite a bit. So for those that you haven't seen it, I recommend the movie as well.
I highly recommend it.
So I
Absolutely.
have a question. Right now I'm dealing with a contractor. They're putting up a building for me, and they're not doing a good job. And the contractor that I'm working with, when I try to talk to him about it, he becomes argumentative. He makes excuses. It's kind of insulting. And I kind of have that moment like in the elevator in the movie where I start talking to myself and I start almost hating him. But I try to relax. And so the building's almost done, and we're going to have a difference in agreement on what I owe him because the work wasn't done correctly. And I have that coming up this week. And so in my mind, I've been going over it, and I'm trying to relax because I know those thoughts are a lie. But when I have that discussion with him this week, and let's say he's argumentative, you said on your radio show, two men arguing are like two demons, or maybe two women arguing.
Right.
How do I deal with that this week when I have that conversation and he begins becoming argumentative because it's going to be over money? How do I deal with that in the right way?
How do you know what's going to happen before it happens?
I think the thoughts are telling me he's going to be, because he wants thousands of dollars and I'm not going to pay him that. So I anticipate, and my thoughts are convincing me that he's going to get angry and then I'm going to have to defend my position. And I'm constantly going over what that conversation is going to be like, just like the scene with the elevator in the movie. I know I'm crazy because I don't know what's going to happen,
Right.
but the thoughts are there. And then I think when I do have that conversation, let's say it goes that way, I don't want to get caught up and
Right.
argue. So how do I deal with that?
Did you do the assignment this week?
No,
Do you know about the assignment?
I don't know about the assignment.
Catch the first thought.
Catch the first thought?
That was the assignment.
Okay.
If you do the assignment, you would never argue with him at all. You just let him say it or act any kind of way he want to act, but you stay calm and just do what you got to do. That's all you got to do. You don't have, just because he's arguing about the money or whatever, I mean, you have to argue.
So just stay calm and state facts, but don't get caught up.
Right. You made a deal. Here's the deal. Stay calm and stick with the deal. Don't react to him reacting at all. Let him act out. Let him yell, scream. As long as he doesn't hit you physically, let him act. What does his action have to do with you?
It doesn't.
So why do you have to respond to him in that way?
You're right. I think the thoughts
No,
are
that
just,
was a question.
the thoughts are telling me that with what he says, I want to defend myself and argue and be right and overcome whatever objection that he has because I want to be in the right.
And who is telling you that?
The devil.
And when will you stop worshiping the devil by listening to the devil?
I'm just always in my hell.
I'm sorry?
I'm always in my hell having that
But
conversation.
when will you stop it? You don't have to be in your head anymore either.
I haven't overcame that.
But why not?
I guess, I don't know. I try, I'm working on it, but I'm not able to overcome that conversation, even if I'm aware of it.
And why not? Because you could be over the conversation right now and never have to deal with it again your whole life.
Even when I try to relax and recognize it, I feel like that voice gets louder and starts tricking me.
Right.
And I can even say that thought, that what you're saying right now is a lie. That is not yours. But then the next thought is to trick me again. And it's like that conversation in the elevator. Even if I'm trying to get out of it, it's trying to keep me in it.
Right, but you don't have to stay in.
I'm aware. It's just, for some reason, I can't get out of it.
And why not?
Maybe I don't know how. Or I'm making that excuse that the devil doesn't want to let me go, so he wants to keep me in that hell. And so I let him.
Amazing. Who want to tell him what he's doing wrong? Oh, okay.
So I'm a contractor, and I've had this issue before, but where the customers are giving me a hard time, and honestly, you just have to accept it. Like, I just had to say, oh, he's not going to pay me, so I just left it and moved on with my life, and then you'll get the money back. It's just money, and you learn a lesson. I don't know if you talk to someone that referred you and said, oh, he does good work, and even then, people will say, oh, this person does a good job, and they're wrong, and it's...
But his issue is that he won't stop communicating with evil.
Yeah, because thinks that he's right, but sometimes you're wrong, and you just have to accept it and just not. Once you accept that, all right, I'm gonna lose money. As long as he didn't mess up the building where someone's gonna get hurt or whatever, then you just have to accept it. And next time, hopefully, you'll have a better contractor.
Appreciate it. I don't think it has anything to do with the building, because if it's not the building, it's women. If it's not women, it's friends. If it's not friends, it's whatever I'm dealing with in life. I have this constant conversation, and it's making my life hell. So it doesn't have anything to do with this contractor. If it wasn't this contractor, it would be something else.
That's right. Yes. What is he doing wrong?
I think he likes the control and doesn't want to let that go. And he's trying to play God, from the sounds of it, where he wants to tell the contractor, like, it's because he has so many thoughts in his head and all these demons are in there, he doesn't know how to let it go and just walk away. Either you cut the contractor, I mean, I know you're deep in now, but just have that conversation. I feel like you're afraid and want the control, and you don't want to hear the contractor come back and argue. Obviously, he's going to argue, but I just feel like you want the control.
But it's not about the contract. He's
right,
always,
it's all him.
He's always getting caught up in thoughts.
Yeah, I feel like...
No matter what. He has some grits and over easy eggs.
Which
But the eggs were too over easy, and he got in his head about it. He hated the eggs.
Yeah, I think...
How can he avoid that?
That's happened too.
Honestly,
How can you avoid that?
It's literally the silent prayer and letting go.
Meaning what? Let it go. When you say let it go, mean what?
Like you said, catch your first thought, or don't catch the second thought and sit on the first thought. Actually sit in that. And I know it feels like hell, but sitting in it and realizing that you can't do anything and let it go and let God take control. Yeah.
And how does he let it go? That's what he's missing. That's why he doesn't have any hair on his head. How does he let it go?
I don't know. I feel like it's, I don't know.
This is so good, man.
It is good. It's really
How
good.
does he let it go?
Randy wants to answer.
All right. So you don't know what to tell him.
I do. I want to tell, I can sit, I want to tell you, let it go. Just literally sit in the silent prayer, look at your thoughts, and just, I don't know, I see him sometimes at work, and he just takes a lot of crap from people, and he's just sitting there, and I don't know how he does that because, well, I mean, I should be working on, I am working on that, but he's really good at that.
All right. You want to respond, Randy?
Sure.
How does he let it go?
So tactically,
It's so interesting once you do let it go, for the rest of your life, you would never have to deal with it again. It's amazing. But go ahead.
I guess when you there's it's a lot to say, but I'm trying to simplify it in the easiest way. When you catch that thought and you feel this anger, rage, all these emotions burning inside of you, all of that is not you. It's trying to control you. So you let it go by realizing it's not a piece of you. Think of it like an infection, a bacteria that came onto you, and it's there. And what do you want to do? You want to get it out of your body, let it run its course. But you're going to suffer for a little bit. You're going to be sick for a few days. Allow that to take its course and know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Sit in it. Know that this person there's already a demon inside of you, and this person is just awakening that demon. That person has nothing to do with it. It could, like you said, it could have been anybody. There's something inside of you. So realize there's something in me that needs to come out, and it's screaming and it's shaking. It's making you want to react. You have to let it go by just not doing anything about it. Go through the pain, sit with it, take a deep breath, and allow whatever needs to happen. If you're having a conversation with this person and the demon is raging inside of you, do the opposite of what the demon tells you to do. Don't let the ego tell you, act a certain way, yell at him, go open up a court case, because then you're going to open up a whole other piece of hell because you had to react. Like for me, as a father, there's a lot that I want to do to help my children, console them, correct them. And there's so many things that I want to do, just yell at them and be upset. I'm going to make problems worse. Like I just let them do whatever they need to do. And when they come to me, I'll give them, if they ask for advice, I'll give them advice, and then I'll just let them go. And if they make mistakes, even if they're my kids, that's their problem. I'm here to help them when they need me. That's how God is. He's sitting there waiting for you, and he's just eating popcorn, like Jesse says, eating grits, swimming in the Dead Sea.
Don't forget watermelon.
And watermelon. It's not watermelon season right now.
What?
He's even candied yams.
Yeah, but he has a watermelon in the freezer.
That's right. That's right. With no seeds.
Right.
But yeah, so that's what God is doing right now. He's letting you suffer, but he's not going to help you until you raise your hand and go through it.
We say that.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm living in my hell, and I just don't know how to let it go. And so maybe saying I don't know how, that's the devil just holding on to me.
He convinces you in every single way. Like he'll bring you up, bring you down, left, right, and it's this wave of emotions. Like if you notice, you're on autopilot the majority of the time. Getting up, getting dressed, it's all autopilot. It's like Jesse says, be conscious of it. Sometimes you do something and then you come conscious afterwards. You're like, oh crap, I did all these things. How did I get there? If you're driving and you miss your exit and you're like, I wasn't unaware of what I was doing. Because we're on autopilot. We need to be present in everything that we do. Tying your shoes, walking through the doors, drinking water, everything has to be in present.
So did you hear the how to let it go in that? Because he totally laid it out very clearly. Did you pick it up?
No.
I can tell you missed it.
Yeah.
Were you listening?
I was listening. I was probably having thoughts as well while he was speaking, like the devil distracting me from maybe what he was trying to say.
So you missed what he said about how to let it go?
Yeah.
Or beta.
Beta.
Go back and watch. Do you want it to be repeated, or you want to go back and watch it?
I can go back and watch it.
Oh, okay. Because he told you exactly what to do. And if you did it from this point forward, you would never have to worry about that again. Do you see that there is no you?
I'm not sure if I see that.
Oh, okay. You still believe that maybe a you. So let's say that with this man arguing with you, do you think he's arguing with you?
Not who else is he arguing with? I'm right there.
You are?
I mean, we're person to person. We're having that conversation.
And when you argue with him, do you think you're arguing with him?
Yes.
You do? Oh, okay. So you still don't see that you don't know who you are? Okay.
I've heard the message of be present, and I can say to myself, be present, And the person telling me that is the devil, because he'll just start talking to me and I'll say, well, hold on, is that being present? And the answer to that question is the devil. He'll start answering that question for me. So just the saying, be present, for some reason, the devil tricks me into not really understanding that or not allowing myself to be actually present.
One of the primary things he said, like when you feel, let's say this man argue with you,
Okay.
and you feel the anger, the frustration, whatever, but if you didn't call it you or do nothing about it, but don't respond to the guy with anger, don't respond at all to that, then you're letting go and you're letting the spirit of truth dealing with the fake you, because that's not you that's feeling that way and saying those things in your mind. So you're letting go by still dealing with the guy without reacting at all and letting the spirit of truth destroy the fake you, the darkness.
That's what I want.
That's what he just said.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Do you want that?
I want
well,
that.
That's what you're going to have to do in the situation or out of the situation, because the devil will do that to you with no one is around. When someone is yelling at you or calling you names or threatening you in that way, and you're feeling like you want to lash back out, yell at, go off, don't do it. And the more you don't do it, the more the devil going to scream at you like the guy in the elevator. He's going to say, but you look weak, you look beta, you look this, you look that. And then you're like, the anger is just building up. And the devil trying to make you go off on the guy or yell back, but don't do it. You know what the deal is that you made with the guy. You just deal with the deal that was made, but don't go with anything that you're thinking and feeling. And that's how you let go.
I'll try that this week.
Repeat what I said.
When I have those feelings and I notice those thoughts and those thoughts want me to react in those ways, just don't. And even if they get louder, and even if they tell me to get angry or react and defend myself, or however that voice is able to trick me into thinking that that thought is right, just do nothing.
Do nothing. But still deal with the physical work. You made a deal with this guy, and he's yelling and screaming this, but you're like, hey, here's the deal. This is the deal we made. You know, just let him yell and do everything, because the evil in him want you to overreact, so because he want to get away with what he's trying to get away with. Mm-hmm. But if you yell at him and carry on like him, he's going to get away with what he wants.
I can already see if I was to react, like you said on your radio show recently, it's just two demons arguing.
That's all
and
it
I
is.
just know that that's coming this week, but I don't want that.
But you don't even know what's coming this week. The demons is telling you that too. And that's what Satan does. That's why you have to stay present, because when you believe in the demons, you're already living in time. Mm-hmm. You're living a future that doesn't exist, or you're living a past that doesn't exist, and that's what Satan wants you to do, so that the light won't guide you.
Yeah, I'm totally
Eternal life is always here right now.
Yeah, I'm totally not present. I mean, this has been going on for a while, and I feel like I don't even recognize each and every day that passes, because I'm always thinking ahead, and I'm always in my thoughts, and I'm always looking forward to things that are going to go wrong and how I'm going to respond to them. And so I'm not in the present at all.
And why do you not practice being present?
I think I'm just too caught up in the thoughts, and I'm allowing them to control me, and I'm allowing them to stay. I'm giving them energy. I'm giving them life. I'm in them. I'm in the thoughts.
And when you say you're allowing them to control you, who is being controlled?
Who I think is me, my actions, what I decide to do from that point forward, the physical embodiment. I'm not sure.
But
myself.
then how do you know that you allow them to control you if you don't know who you are that's being controlled?
I guess that's what the thoughts tell me. I was on the way down here, I was telling myself, your thoughts are not your own. And then I thought, your thoughts or my thoughts? My thoughts are not my own, or your thoughts? Who's telling me that? When I say your thoughts are not your own, is that's the devil telling me your thoughts? Or shouldn't I say my thoughts are not my own? But then I was like, well, who are you? Who is me? in
Well,
that
that was
statement.
Christ
But that, it's
telling
just
you.
I'm driving, and this is an entire conversation. I should just drive off the road because I'm like I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I'm a crazy person.
But that was Christ telling you your thoughts are not your own. You don't have to say that. You just say, I see that, but that's not me.
Yeah.
Those are not my thoughts. But why you're not practicing staying present?
It's not that I don't know how. It's that my whole life for 39 years I've been this way, and so I'm not aware of what not being this way is. And while I can tell myself I desire to be different from the way I am, the devil's made a home in me. He's not going to let me go. Or I say that, or he says that, and I believe in it. As much as I would want to, and in finding you, Jesse, for many years now, I've even lied to myself and told myself that I am working on myself, but I think that's just a lie. I may be trying to, but I'm not.
I totally understand where you're coming from too, because in the beginning it's difficult like this. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you want to say to him about that?
I mean, he's so relatable. This is so relatable.
Oh, yes.
I mean, like, I remember when I first began overcoming. First of all, the whole "it's not me." I could not wrap my brain around that for anything. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, it caused me to question Jesse. I'm like, am I in the right place? Like, what if what he's saying are we being, Kool-Aided? Is this like a Kool-Aid situation where, like, it was just such an inner battle with me to wrap my head around that, first of all. And then as I practiced staying present, it seemed like the thoughts, I would have songs playing in my head. It felt like 24 hours, songs were playing in my head.
Yeah.
Voices were coming out of nowhere. I felt like I was having a nervous breakdown. It was brutal. It was brutal. But then I got to the point where I had enough of it. I was so tired of feeling like I was fighting the devil in my own strength. And I knew that I would never win that fight. I knew I couldn't win it. So I really began to buckle down, and I do that silent prayer. I don't care if I go to bed at 4 a.m. I'm doing that silent prayer, morning and night and in between. And when I would find myself veering off and getting off into getting outside of the present, I began to get kind of radical about it. I would just say out loud, okay, there's a tree, there's a moon, I'm walking down the street, there's grass on the curb, and I would say it out loud. I didn't care who was around me, because I'm like, I cannot go down like this. I've got to get over this hump where the devil it was like he was taking my mind. He was owning it. He was owning it. So the one thing I do, even now, is I will say it out loud. If my thoughts are going outside of the present, if I'm not present, the moment I realize it, I will stop all conversation. I was in the kitchen with my husband last night. He bought the wrong Califia milk. And I was like, Jason.
You brought the wrong what?
I drink this milk called.
What's
Okay, I'm
wrong
a
with this
serious.
black woman? I thought Derrick thought he was white. Well, you take it to another level.
No, I mean,
Drink cow milk, not Califia milk.
human beings are the only species who drink milk after they're supposed to.
Well, don't
which
stop
is when you're
now.
a little bitty baby. But okay.
No, go ahead. Man.
So he bought and I showed him pictures. I said, the top is green, get this milk. He still got the wrong milk. And I said, look, why did you get the wrong milk? I gave you the picture. I did everything in my power to make sure you bought the right milk. And he came back, well, da-da-da-da-da. And whatever he said, it was just an excuse. It was just like, just own it. Just take accountability. And then I began to feel the feeling. I began to get out of the present. All the stuff came. And I said, Jason, I want you to Stopped mid-sentence. I just stop talking mid-sentence. And I will do that with strangers I've never met. I'm just meeting for the first time. I'll do it with friends. I will stop talking in mid-sentence because Jesse's right about this. It shocks the devil. It shocks, and then the next thing you know, it has dissipated, everything is gone. And what I have found, even in your situation with the contract and the girls and the this and the that, you will find when you just sit there and take it and let it pass, once it passes, you're going to say, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that I even felt that way about that thing. It was such minutia. It didn't mean anything. You will find that to be the case. So you just have to stay present. And the moment you find yourself veering out of the present moment, look at the floor. The floor is gray. That chair is black. Just start saying it out loud. Do whatever you need to do to come back to the present. That's it. It's as simple as that. Stay present, period. And just do the silent prayer.
Amazing. What do you think about all that?
That's good advice.
Yeah. Let me have the mic here. Right here, yeah. Right over here.
Oh,
yeah, give it back to him.
sorry.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
That's good advice.
It's perfect advice.
Perfect.
But you're going to have to seriously work on yourself by being aware of yourself. And then another thing I suggest you do, you can test the devil. You can test the spirit, right? And what you do when the feeling comes to want to fight back, don't. Just don't fight back and see what happens. It's telling you whatever it's telling you about the situation. You look weak, you're this, they're taking advantage of you, and you need to yell, you need to scream. Or don't do it and see what happens. And she's right. It'll disappear. You just got to not go along with it by identifying with it. So start giving it a try. Don't react anyway.
Thank you.
And you'll see, and the more you get a little light, you're going to want more. And so you're testing that situation, and you'll get more light, and the spirit of evil will be disappearing, and you will start to see even more. So stop going along with it. And I understand you don't believe it, or understand. You don't need to believe this. You don't need to understand this. You don't need to do anything but do it. See what happens.
Okay.
She's absolutely right about it. Did that help?
That helps. Thank you.
So whatever the situation with the contractor, don't think about how you're going to deal with it later. Just, you have a contract, you have a deal, have a wait and see.
Yeah.
Because if you think about how you're going to deal with it, the devil's already building up an illusion. And you're going to get angry and you're going to overreact to that situation, whereas you didn't have to do that at all. Mm-hmm. He wants you to be in the future because in God, there is no time. It just is. In Satan, there is time. That's why when you go into your head, you're always thinking about the past or the future. What if this and what if that? Very good, man. Any question about that?
No, I appreciate the advice. I'll be tested, well, each and every day, but with this contractor situation this week, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, do it by not reacting. Just don't react. All right?
Thank you.
All right, amazing. Did you had your hand, Frankie, about this?
Part of it is dealing with people, contractor, and situations like that. What I found out is that it has a lot to do with you, expectations, making somebody happy, and dealing with people. Some people are not happy. Some people cannot be fixed. You do your job the way you're supposed to do it, and they're going to try to cut you. They're going to try to steal from you. They're going to try to see if they can get out of paying you. And so that's their game. So you can't be trying to make them happy continuously, going above and beyond, because whatever you do, this person is going to try to take you. And so, what become accustomed to doing is trying to smell that from the very first conversation and trying to see what kind of person this person is. Some people are really good at it. They can sense that this is trouble and walk away. So that's probably what you can learn from the situation, is be able to read somebody.
But right now,
So-
just work on the spiritual aspect. You'll be fine. And don't hire Jews who hire Mexicans. What? You know why? Because the Jews give the Mexican a paycheck on Friday. The Mexican get drunk and don't come back on Saturday. Huh? Oh, they come drunk? Did you ever hear about that? I had a contractor who happened to be a Jewish contractor, and they would hire Mexicans, and they would pay the Mexicans, and the Mexicans don't show up the next day, and the Jew owner like, where are the Mexicans? And then the Mexicans be like, oh, my daughter's sick. I had to take my daughter to the hospital. I didn't even have a daughter. But they get drunk off the paycheck money and don't show up. Isn't that right, Mexicans? Huh? Let me hear a couple of Mexicans say yes. Isn't that right?
Yes. Yeah, we won't show up till like Tuesday or Wednesday.
What?
I wouldn't show up till Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, see?
And then make sure I'm there for Friday to get paid, and the same routine.
It's a mess. And you be mad at the Jews because you need your thing fixed, right? But they mad because the Mexicans don't show up, they drunk. Don't pay the Mexican until the job is over. And one more Mexican want to respond. Is that right?
I'm almost sure they were Salvadorian, not Mexican.
What?
They were probably from El Salvador.
You in Salvador?
No, I'm Mexican. But when I used to drink, I would show up.
See, that Salvador want to play the Mexicans. But Miss Alabama, come down here for a minute. You're trying to hide. So, look how she walks so timid, huh? And just hell to pay. Did you work on your situation? Because it really applies, the same thing we told him applies to you too.
I know, I was thinking about that.
And so tell us about it.
So, in other words, I'm moving out. It's really great. I didn't think it was going to happen anyway. It was no way that it was going to happen. But I'm moving out, so it's great. So when I told my roommates, I was like, hey, you know, I'm moving out. I'm just giving you notice. And I also let them know, I was like, don't worry about rent for January. It'll be taken care of. I'm going to find you a replacement. And, you know, you think anybody else would be appreciative of this because anyone else would just leave and just be like, forget it. But I'm like, no, let me do right and, you know, do what I have to do. So when I told them this, I just got a lot of negative feedback. And the fight in me, that pain of wanting to, like, go off was very evident. Because my roommate was just making comments of just like, he just wasn't happy that I was moving because he's not in a good financial situation himself. So now he's thinking like, oh, okay, now I have to live with a stranger and you want to move and it's uncomfortable for me. So he just started making comments about like my place. Like he's never even seen my place. And he was like, well, I want to live in a real place. I don't want to have to move. Now I have to move because you're moving. You like messed this up. And just making like little shady comments. And my other roommate was witnessing this and she was just looking at me because I know she was noticing like the things he was saying to me. So I just didn't say anything. It was the hardest thing, and it is still actively going on. He's still like loudly talking about me on the phone with his mom. And I'm just like, okay.
Amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
And you didn't respond.
I don't. I have not responded to him.
Good.
I definitely feel the pain of it badly. Like when he was talking about me this morning to his mom, and he told his mom that I freaked out and felt like I needed to move. It really bothered me. I was like, I freaked out. But I just didn't say anything. I felt the pain. He actually said this while I was in prayer. While I was doing a silent prayer, he said this. And I was like, just forget it. Just drop it. Just drop it. So, yeah, that's been happening.
That's the same thing with the contractor or anyone. You got to lay your weapons down. Christ said, don't fight. Your parents and the world told you to fight. But Christ said, don't. And the reason he said, don't fight, because it's just two devils fighting against each other. It's not even you fighting, and it's not them fighting. It's two devils fighting. And so to overcome the devil, you got to let that happen, and you want to go off where the devil wants you to go off, but it feel like you, because you don't know who you are yet, and you feel like you just need to respond, but you don't. Absolutely. And for her to be doing this, she put you to shame. Y'all playing. Amazing. And so anything else you want to add about that?
Well, no, not at the moment. I've just been dealing with the pain of just dealing with them.
Yeah.
And just trying not to get in my thoughts, because when I was showcasing the place to the possible replacement, they were like just kind of giving him bad energy. And I'm like, the first thought was, oh my gosh, they're going to sabotage this for you.
Right.
They're going to totally sabotage this. But I was like, no, I'm just going to keep the course and just do what I have to do.
Absolutely. Stay with that. Right on. Amazing. Because it's not her that's screaming and yelling. It's the devil in the elevator screaming at the guy. Really, the devil's in the elevator yelling at her, making her think that it's her in the same way he's doing you. But you got to not respond to it. You got to take it. And that's what it means, as Randy was saying, that's what it means to let go. You know what? I'm tired of reacting. I'm fed up acting this way. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm not going to respond and see what happens. And that's when the light will come and you'll be fine. Okay? Amazing. Amazing. Did you do the assignment?
I have. It's been very difficult.
And what was the assignment for this week?
To just don't go with the first thought.
Yes.
It has been very hard.
In what way? Oh, duh, did I come to you? I saw your hand. In what way is it difficult?
Well, because in the physical, you see these things that are happening, and you're like, there's no way that that's not happening intentionally as I'm seeing it. So it's very hard to not go with that first instinctual thought of, okay,
right,
this is harm against me. Especially like the situation that I'm in right now, the little stuff that they're doing.
Right.
It's been very hard.
But the beauty is, it's not happening. It is happening. The guy is going off. The person's screaming. You hear him on the phone. But it's not happening to you. That's the deal. Satan wants you to believe it's happening to you, but it's not happening to you. And then you're like, well, he's talking to me. He's saying these things about me. He's doing this to me, but he's not doing it to you, and he's not saying those things about you. There is no you. You just think that there's a you, so you're trying to protect a you that doesn't exist. I promise, it's so amazing. I promise you that that's the truth. There is no you to defend. Amazing, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
It is, because that's exactly what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Like trying to defend myself, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Christ said there is no you to defend. Lay your weapon down. Don't fight anymore. I'll fight for you. So when you don't go with it, the Spirit of truth fight the darkness for you. It's taking care of it. She's still here. So stay with it.
Okay.
And when you get back home, if it's still happening, if you get louder and talk and call 8B and telling 8B all these things, just walk by, don't react. Don't do anything about it. Do what you need to do to move. That's all you need to be doing, taking care of your physical life. Amazing, huh?
Yes.
And he may get worse. You scream louder to make sure you hear him.
It has. He's been doing little stuff. Like, I feel like I feel like this may not be the case, right? But he's been stomping, and he knows I live under him, and he's been stomping like louder. It seems like he's been doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
And it's been driving me nuts.
That's why when I used to rent apartments, I always got the apartment up top because I knew the neighbor over me would be all loud and stuff. And when they find out you don't like the noise, they get worse. So, but don't react.
Okay.
Don't get mad. Oh, don't get mad because he cannot help himself. The spirit that's trying to make you react to him, it's the same spirit that's causing him to act that way. It's no you. Amazing.
Yeah.
Right on. Miss Alabama. Yes, Doug.
So I lived a little this week.
I'm sorry?
I lived a little bit this week,
Meaning what?
and
He had a life.
holy smokes. So I've been doing this assignment and
And what is the assignment?
to catch the first thought.
Yes.
And it is extremely interesting in the sense that I almost have to deliberately walk slow. Like, let's just say I'm done here and I got to go to my office. If I'm going to be aware, I can't zip up to my office. I have to deliberately walk slow and pay attention to what's going on around me.
Yeah.
For me right now, there is no other way. Because
You gotta slow your roll. You gotta move slowly. Absolutely.
So I've been noticing that. I've been doing that all week, and I won't say that I caught every first thought, because I sure missed a whole lot. And then when I'm dealing with people, it seems to be easier to not catch that first thought. So this week, I was at the gym, and I'm working out. It's 5 in the morning. Who wants to argue at that point, right? So here I am working out, and I'm just about to use this machine, and I go to it, and the guy I'm working out with tells me, "Oh, someone's using that." And I guess it was some girls right there who were just talking, so I had no idea they were using the machine because they'd been talking for 10 minutes. So I go to the machine, so I said, "Oh, okay, let's go." But in my head, I'm like, this bitch. Because as soon as I go to the machine, someone's using that. Oh, okay. So we walk away, but she says, you guys can go work out over there. And when your blood starts boiling, you start shaking. Whew. But I immediately caught that first thought because I didn't let the whole B word get out.
Yeah.
So I caught that first thought, but it took about a half hour because it would go away for a split second, and then I'd be working out again, and then all of a sudden, I can't believe she did. You're just going through all these thoughts, and talk about feeling. Whew, it was intense, but I just kept doing it, and it lasted like throughout the day, and finally it was gone. But if she didn't know that I was thinking anything, she didn't know that I had an issue with that at all. Yeah. So that was good. And then another time during the week, I was at this meeting. Everybody's there, leadership, and all that, and. It was my turn to speak. I said something, not trying to be funny or anything, but I said it was wrong. I shouldn't have said it. It just came out, and talk about awkward silence. Oh.
Amazing.
and right away I was totally embarrassed. And I could just feel like I was all hot and sweaty. It was painful. But then I realized too that, hey, this is not even me. But talk about going through it, because you're getting these thoughts like everybody's looking at you, and everybody was looking at me.
Yeah.
And
they
it's
were thinking, what an idiot.
yeah, and they probably were.
Right.
But after that 2 minutes, I didn't feel like an idiot
That's
at
right.
all.
Yeah.
And once I realized that all this jitteriness feeling that I felt, that's my word. I made that word up. All these feelings that I felt and how like shaky I was and sweaty, and it's like once I realized that wasn't me, and after a few minutes it was gone, then I knew it wasn't me. I was dealing with people who, normally, and
Amazing.
everything was the same, as if it never happened.
Amazing.
But one thing I want to say to Daniel, a lot of times when I've had to deal with somebody at a later time, like this, I'll be in the morning and I got to deal with this person later on at work or whatever. The more I can stay out of my head and the willingness to go deal with it anyway, most of the time it doesn't even, there's nothing near what came across my mind. And most of the time it happens so nice that there is no fight. And maybe because I wasn't totally in my head going crazy, and probably also too the fact that I was willing to go do it and not like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. Most of the time, if I give if I make up my mind to do it, and I can successfully stay out of my head, it works out perfect.
It always will work out. That's the interesting thing about it. It will always work out if you have a way to see. It cannot fail. It's impossible if you have a way to see. But if you get in your head and you try to make it go the way the devil wants you to go, it's never going to work out. It's never going to work out. Yes.
One thing I noticed, though, is that as I go through the week, it's like it's almost harder and harder to catch the first thought. And I don't get that.
It's harder to catch a first thought?
Yeah, it's like I'm further away from awareness than where I think maybe that's the problem. I think I should be somewhere.
If you think you should be somewhere, you're thinking, man.
Sorry.
You should not be thinking that you should be somewhere. Or I should be further along in this. Or I got a long ways to go. Or this taking too long. You're still thinking. No thinking. That's why you're not catching it. What the? That make sense?
As soon as I said it out loud.
I never think how far I am or not. And when the temptation used to come for me to want to think that, I'm like, I let it pass. Because that's thinking. The thing is, you got to drop thinking. You can't think. You can't think. Thinking is not allowed. Isn't that amazing? Okay.
And it is so nice to really not think.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's literally perfect. And everything works out for you.
Everything works out, and you're not spending your day twirling your head.
That's right.
Trying to figure out the next big thing or little thing.
What a mess. And one thing I want to remind you of that was said about if you find yourself in the middle of an argument or whatever kind of situation and you've already gotten into it, shock the devil. Just stop. Just stop. I love that. You don't have to keep going with it. You were just unconscious. You forgot to be aware, and you're arguing. Just stop and let the people roll on with their little arguments, whatever they're doing. But you stop and you shock the devil. You don't have to argue. You don't need to stay in it just because you went along with it for a minute. Stop it. Just stop. And the person gonna wonder, what the? Yes, ma'am. I love that. You don't have to argue. Stop right in the middle of the argument. Yes.
I have a question.
Okay.
So what I've come back to a lot right now is like even in the example of asking someone to buy milk, I come back to, and not without like doing this without emotion. I think so much is also about evaluating ourselves and myself in how I communicate. So, and I want to know if you consider this thinking, because I'd see it more as practical thinking. If even in the example of buying milk, like now I'm in the stage where I'm just practicing, okay, did this person have the information that they needed to buy the milk? Did I communicate it clearly? Like to evaluate myself all the time rather than putting the blame on someone else. And they might still overreact emotionally, but did this person have what they needed for me to execute what was needed?
No, don't do that. That's too liberal. She gave the man the instruction about the milk. Bring me some buttermilk, whatever, right? She told him. He came back, he had the wrong milk. Oh, you didn't bring back the right milk. Why not? And she's going to listen to what he said as to why he didn't bring it. But I told you to bring this. And she's going to see that he was unconscious. And so the milk won't be such a big deal. You won't have to, you just need to, don't evaluate yourself, you need to be present. Because there is no self to evaluate.
And when you're present the next time, you will be sure to speak clearly and make sure that they have what they
Absolutely,
need.
you've got to always be clear right then and there. Because now you're trying to evaluate yourself, you're still thinking that there's a self to evaluate. There's no self there.
Well, maybe not self to evaluate, but I do think like in most cases, I think it's so easy to blame someone else for what have happened, no matter if that is in this milk, the contractor, whatever it might be, but whatever I'm, and I think we all do that, right? There's always like, and that's why we have an emotional.
Well, it was his fault that he didn't bring the right milk, that she told him what to bring. He was unconscious, so, or he probably never heard that kind of milk anyway. He just heard a regular milk, you know, buttermilk, white milk, chocolate milk. She went all over to Germany and got some, what kind of milk? Califia. Ain't nobody heard no Califia. That must be spiritual milk. So when he didn't get it, no big deal. It's not a big deal because he won't be angry about it. It's only a big deal if you're angry that he brought the wrong milk.
And this is where I'm coming back to often in what you've said, right? Like thinking is allowed if it's practical of I have a problem and now I need to solve it like a flat tire or whatever it might be. But I do think that a lot of problems that I experience in my life besides like overthinking are also how I interact with the world. And of course that comes from being unconscious.
Yeah.
Right? So, but I do think it's important to like reflect and evaluate to learn. Like if I do a project, for example, for work, or I have something, like I do take a time to reflect and evaluate what went wrong and how I can make sure that that does not happen for the next project.
Do you understand what she's saying?
Yeah, I think she's trying to problem solve like after the fact that things have that happen. Like I think she's kind of like going into her intelligence a little bit, and instead of kind of like letting things kind of happen naturally, she's still trying to like put herself into the situation. Like
that makes sense?
Yeah.
But you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Let the light work for you. And there's no self or anything to evaluate because it's clear all the time.
Yeah. I guess it's just because I see this clearly in work environments. I see that it's very rare that the people including myself, take a moment to stop and think, what does this other person might need to execute what needs to be executed? And most of the time it comes back afterwards, the people blame each other, and that's where I'm like coming back to, okay, can I just take a moment to evaluate what have happened, learn from that, and then move on? But I hear what you're saying of just staying present, and by being present, you will have all the information.
Right. You're going to always have all you need right then and there. Now, if the other person don't see it, that's on them because they're in their head.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to evaluate.
Yeah.
So when I tell my staff to do something, right, do this video, get this guest, and they don't do it, then I just yell at them. You dummy. No, I'm playing. I'm joking. But there's nothing to evaluate. In the light, everything is perfect. You're going to treat people the way you should. You're going to give out the right information, all kind of things. You don't have to do anything. All right? Okay.
Yes.
Did you do the assignment?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Yes, sir. And then I got to throw out a few things. I can't look what time it is already. Yes.
He reminded me of the movie Revolver, and it was an amazing movie. I saw it. I didn't realize how, I knew I liked that director because he made another movie that's my favorite, but I didn't realize how like aware he was. But anyway, there's a scene in the movie where he has to get on the elevator, but the thought tells him he can't get on the elevator because he'll get sick or something will happen to him. So if I'm dealing with something like that, which is both spiritual and also physical, how do I overcome that?
If you want to get on the elevator?
Yeah, let's say...
Get on the elevator.
No, let's say, for example, like the air conditioning vent like makes my nose run or something like that. Like, I don't like the air conditioning vent. It makes me feel sick. And whenever I go into a room, I'm like, oh, is there an air conditioning vent on in here? Because then that fear will come up. Just like the movie, the thought's like, don't go in there, there's the air conditioning vents on in there.
Were you a sickly child or something?
No, I don't know.
Like, think about the elevator vent. Were you a sickly child?
I used to never get sick. Like, body was always fine, but I think then I just started to get sick. Not too recently, but maybe like 5 years ago or so. And it keeps happening, but it's not like a contagious kind of thing. It's just like, I don't know, I just feel weak. The body just feels weak. And I'm thinking it's happening because I have to let go of this whole, I have a strong, healthy body identity kind of thing.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah, I think it's just...
Let that go, man.
Right, but if it's...
Let the thought go, then you won't worry about the elevator.
Right, but
or the air condition.
If it actually does affect me physically, though, do I still just sit in it and just let my nose run, like in the air conditioner?
So if you like sitting under the air conditioner and it makes you sick, should you move?
Yeah, like when the AC hits me, like I don't know, I start to get like...
Well, you get up and go to the other side of the room.
Okay.
That's all.
But even though if like their fear is there, like at the...
Let the thoughts go.
Okay.
You can only have the fears because you believe the thoughts.
Okay.
And the thought said, wow, you're going to be sick again, the air conditioner hit you.
Right.
Just move to the other room and don't think about it.
Just don't think about it.
Right.
Okay.
It's a thinking.
Yeah, that movie was like, I couldn't believe...
No, it was an amazing movie.
Yeah.
But move to the other room, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And don't let the devil tell you you're going to be sick, okay?
Gotcha.
Let the thought go.
Okay.
I
know, it's like, I don't even know where it came from. Like, it just...
Your mama? No, it's a thought. Let it go.
It's just a thought, okay.
Yeah.
That
don't be so into this health thing that you can't do anything because you're so afraid of getting sick.
Yeah, it's like, how do I overcome that now?
The thought.
The thought.
Yeah.
Even if my body just like is breaking down.
But your body only breaking it down because you're expecting that to happen.
Wow.
Because you're like one of those health nuts.
Yeah. I used to like drink those like tinctures and smoothies and juices. Yeah.
Insane, huh?
Yeah.
But let the thoughts go.
I wanted to make another
be
comment.
normal.
Right. That's the goal, yeah.
Yeah.
When Doug mentioned that he has to slow down walking, it reminded me that I need to slow down when I talk sometimes. talk
And
so
we sit under air conditioning.
Yeah, yeah. So with the talking, I just have to be aware that I'm
that's all.
speeding up and just
Be aware of the words that are coming.
and slow it down. Okay. And that guy that made the movie, I don't know if you've seen the movie Snatch. Have you seen that movie?
No.
It's another really cool movie that he made. I recommend it. If you just
Okay.
want to watch a nice, like, man's man, like, old school type movie, it's a cool
Right
movie.
on.
Yeah.
The same guy made it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a cool movie.
Okay. Nice.
Made it through all that.
I know. So let me throw out a few things here. And I want to, whoever want to respond. Over this year, I've told you over and over again that there's no you. What does that mean? Yes, Raymond.
From my point of view, not you is a false you, the lie you built ever since you were born.
Okay. Yes, Doug. I saw Doug hand. There is no you.
I'm just going to say what I see because I still see myself attached to the idea that there is a me. Because
Isn't that crazy? It's just an idea that there's a you, and there is no you. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
But for instance, the fact that I wasn't destroyed the other day when I said that quote unquote embarrassing thing, because things like that can take you out for the day or 2 or 3 days, and it just a few minutes it was literally gone. I only thought about it today just because I was trying to remember what kind of life I had for the week.
Nice.
But some of that stuff would take me out and it helped me to take me out for quite a while, and it helped me to believe that it was me, right? Why do I feel this way if it isn't me? For weeks. So I do get those glimpses where I know it's not me.
Nice. Anybody don't want to respond to that? Let me take here and then there. Yeah.
What I took from when you say that is just to not identify with it. Like to not be any of your identities.
Do not identify with what?
With the idea that there is a you. Like you're not a mom, you're not a daughter, you're not an aunt, you're not your job, you're not. And then you've also said once you realize who you are not, then you'll realize who you are.
Absolutely.
So I'm still on the just realize who I'm not.
Okay. Nice. Cool. Yes, Randy.
I don't know if it's a direct answer to the question, but what I've learned and I've done throughout this whole year is whenever I am in a position where I feel this emotion inside of me that's just taking over, I'm grateful for those feelings now because I know that that's exposing the not me. So like when his situation or Doug's situation, when like right now for you, for example, the contractor thing, be grateful for this situation and embrace it and go through it with a smile. Like, because that's, like you've said it several times, one thing that's inside of us and Christ basically said, it is done. Like those 3 words are like the most powerful words in human history. It is done. Christ already went through it. He defeated it. All you have to do is go to him. Surrender your problems to him. This whole not you, the roommate thing, the Doug thing, your thing, my thing. Like, there's always something that is going to come to try to take you down. You just got to give it to Christ and just let it go.
You know, the Bible said, count it all joy when you're feeling the pain. Tribulation worketh patient in your life. So when you're feeling the pain of the thoughts and emotions, count it all joy. And the greater the pain, the happier you are. And the greater the pain, the happier you are because you're overcoming an illusion. You're dying. The more pain you have, the sooner you get through hell and be done with it. So you should even look for ways to bring pain. Go out there and talk to a woman and let her make a fool out of you. No, I'm playing. Don't do that. But count it all joy when you're going through the pain of dying, of fear, of loneliness, of insecurity, of worry, of jealousy and strife and suicidal thoughts and anger and resentment. When you're feeling it, count it all joy. You're going through hell on your way to heaven, right here on earth. So don't get mad or frustrated, don't blame, be happy. Now you're not gonna feel happy, but be glad. And the greater the pain, like Doug was saying, he was embarrassed upon 1,000 people. I don't know how many, but he took the pain. 1,000 people laughing at him going, what an N-word. And they were thinking DEI. And the devil was telling him all that. They probably were not even thinking it at all, but the devil was telling him what they were thinking. But he went through it and stayed with it. Count it all joy when you're feeling the death of the ego. That make sense? Yes.
Okay, so I have a quick question. I had an opportunity this week to be on set. This casting director, she offered me this role. And when I read it, I just kind of got in my head, because I already accepted it. She, you know, it's already said and done. When she sent me the script and when I was reading it, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I might have messed up on accepting this. It wasn't anything like crazy. I'm not doing anything completely absurd, but it's something that I don't like morally agree with. And I just started to hear the devil say like, well, you know, if you do this and if people see it, you know, you really can't say you're a Christian or anything like that, because you're doing, you know, look what you're doing. Like, look what you're kind of co-signing. And I just kind of went into this spiral of like, well, if it's not me, then what am I really co-signing? And I'm also acting, so it's really not even me.
Right.
So I just kind of went in a spiral. I did it anyway. And when I was on set, I thought nothing of it. I was like, no, I'm just going to do what I came here to do. But I guess my question would be, when I'm in those situations, and I know more is going to come like that, like how would I navigate that of like dealing with what I want to co-sign?
Let's say that they want you to be slut. Be the best slut. Just don't have sex, like real sex on camera, right? Don't do that part. But be the best slut, because that's not who you are. You're at work. Your job is to do the best job you can do, and it's not you though. Just do your job. If you don't want to be an actor, don't be into it. Go climb a tree job or something, and climb the best tree. But if you're going to be an actor, it's not you. This whole thing is fake anyway, but it's not you. And what more value were you basing it on?
Let's see, that's a good question. I'm not sure, because it's like I see everyone else and they play these roles and people ask them about it, and then they get a lot of harsh feedback when they find out that they don't actually agree with what they played with. And I think further ahead like that. Maybe I shouldn't. But I'm like, oh my gosh, Lisha, what if you are asked about this on a deeper level and they find out that you actually don't agree with it at all, but you still agree to like play this person?
Well, it's all about acting. Everybody's on a stage anyway. Even in real life, all you see is people on a stage. Showcase personality is acting. But what more value, because of time, that you're basing on? You said on your morals and values. What are your morals and values?
Well, I guess it's the whole thing of like, okay, if, just for context, I am a Christian, I shouldn't be, you know, you shouldn't be playing these kind of roles if this is like what that represents.
I don't know what you mean. What morals and values you talking about?
Okay, well, I was a lesbian in this film.
Nice.
Yes.
And you're the bull daggone lesbian, right?
No, it was they were really happy with the work. And, I did it.
Play a good lesbian.
Yeah.
It's just an act. And then some Christian walk over to you, try to judge you. Oh, you're supposed to be a Christian. I saw you playing a lesbian. You're like, was I good enough lesbian?
I get what you're saying.
What would happen if you dropped your morals and values?
I just would have had a better day.
Drop them. Were you boy lesbian or girl lesbian?
I was a girl lesbian.
Yeah, I can see you being the girl lesbian, not the boy lesbian. God doesn't care about that. You're just acting. It's not who you are. Drop your morals and values and live by the light. It's totally different than the made-up morals and values. The made-up morals and values enslave you. You can't even go to your job because you worried about what the other people are going to think because you played a lesbian part. That doesn't even make sense. Drop that. And just live in the light, live by the light, and you'll be fine. Because the people that made up those values, morals and values, they're all lesbians anyway. What?
Oh, nothing.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense. It makes sense.
You gotta let all your ideas go that you've been taught. You're not a lesbian. You played a role. Your job is to play a role because you're in entertainment. Be Betty Davis or Joan Crawford. Do your best. Anybody disagree with that? Oh, good. I knew we had some lesbians who disagreed. Yes, sir.
I think I understand what you mean. If I was an actor, which I'm not, and I was offered a role to be gay, I wouldn't take that role. And maybe it was just the voiceless voice inside of me would just conflict with playing out that role. It's something that I don't want to take part in. So I think the right thing to do is not feel a way about it, but just not take the role and not play along and not be the best gay that I can be on film. So
I wouldn't
think I
go
would
and put
disagree.
on no dress and all that, but.
Well, I mean, where's the line? If I was offered a role to play a gay man, I would turn down that role, and then I would just forget about it. So maybe that's what you were feeling. Hey, I don't really want to play a lesbian, and you could have just let it go at that. But to go along and then have thoughts on it and punish yourself, maybe that's what you're dealing with. I'm not sure, but I personally wouldn't take a role. I'm not an actor, but to play a gay actor, I wouldn't do that.
Amazing. Who else disagreed? Yes.
I agree. If I had like let's say a DJ gig where someone's like, can you come and be a DJ for Pride? I would say no.
Okay.
Just because
even
I don't want to.
Even if you were an actress?
Yeah, even if, well, yeah, all I'm doing is playing music per se, right? I'm not even acting that as
But
anything.
there are some roles you want to take. You don't want to be on TV nude and.
No, I get it,
that
but I
kind of
understand
stuff.
why she was hesitant because it's like you're condoning like this narrative that they keep trying to push, and I don't want that. I don't want to support that. So
I got that.
I'm not
I see what you mean.
down with that. Yeah.
Okay. What do you say to that?
Well, I actually have a question after this, but I would not take the role if
And
I
why
were an
not?
actress. I do agree with what the young lady over there said. I agree with what he said. And there's also the possibility of being typecasted. Like I was watching Mad Men with my husband last night, and there's a particular actor on there who, I've never seen this guy play a role where he wasn't a snake. And he's typecasted as that. Those are the only roles he gets. So yeah, that's my view on that. But I do have a quick question too. But if you want to keep this dialogue going.
Hold that question.
Okay.
It's not related to this, right?
No.
Okay. Yes.
I think it depends. Like if you really need the money and you're going through this roommate thing, then sure. But if you have a roof over your head,
you
and
better play the role.
you know. But if you have a
Rent
roof,
got to get paid. Okay.
yeah. But if you got the roof over your head and food and all that, like you shouldn't do it if it conflicts with how you personally feel. You know, like if you're not into it, you could have just been like, you know what, I changed my mind, and if they get mad or whatever, that's their problem. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But if you need the money, don't feel bad. It's just sometimes, like, as long as it's not too crazy or whatever, then it should be good. But, you know, we make big deal out of a lot of things that aren't really a big deal. And the gentleman there, he took out the words out of my mouth. You know, Christ said it is done. God said, do not fear. So, like, there's nothing in life that is really that big of a deal. So, like, you know, you just got to go with it and just trust God that it'll be fine and nothing's that serious, you know. If you need the money, you know, just do it. But if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Yes, ma'am. Let me take you. I saw your hand.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I just think that you might be, or how I see it is that I think you might be in the wrong field of work, because I think acting is about exploring all human stories, and you're gonna have to play someone who's cheating on their husband. You're gonna play someone who is lying, and I think, yeah, I would, like, if I was an actor, I would definitely think, like, yeah, I would play evil roles. I would explore to play a murderer. I think that's what acting is about, to explore those human stories.
Amazing.
And I think it's impossible to be in that field without acting things that you don't agree with, because I think that's about telling the human story.
Yes.
The last thing I want to say on the acting thing is that I do agree with Frida as well, that, you know, Hollywood is directly connected to the government and politics. It's all one, really. The agenda that's pushed in Hollywood is the same agenda that's pushed in politics. So it's causing the downfall of a culture, really. So
Okay.
that's all I wanted to add.
Thank you. Amazing. Is there one, Hassan, what do you think about that? Would you, if you were an actor, would you be, I mean, some roles you just don't want to do. There's something you don't want to do. I totally agree with that. I mean, there's a limit to everything. But to be a little lesbian, your mama not gonna care. Wait till she see that paycheck. No, but go ahead. What do you think about that?
Like, would I? Yeah, I mean, I'm all for like art should be the most. Like, you should make sure that it's good. Like, is the script good? Is the director good? Is like, that's all. Like, that's also important. It shouldn't just be based on like, oh, would I do this because of my, like, you know,
more than bad.
yeah. But it's like, if the product is gonna be good and like the art of it, yeah, then you should do whatever is necessary for the product. That's the thing too, like even with the concept of like with Doug getting embarrassed of the, I know it wasn't a performance, but I look at like even just anything as a performance. So like in that moment, a lot of times it's maybe not even him feeling embarrassed, but it's like, man, I didn't do a good performance. And I care about the product of stuff. So like, even in this, it's like, I'm not gay and I don't believe in the Hollywood pushing these type of things. But if the role is good and the script is good and it's a director that I respect, I'm gonna be gay. But it's like, what I'm saying, it's like, so it's like just making sure that you do, like really remove yourself from it and make sure that the product is the best it can be. Also, I wanted the biblical question.
Yes.
I've always thought about that question of like when people say, I'll pray for you, what does that mean? I've always thought about that for years. So it was like interesting to hear that as a biblical question.
And what do you think about it? Because of time, what do you think about that?
Well, my experience has been like it's the Christian way of saying like "f you."
What?
Like that's how Christians have always said that to me, and I feel like that was the context.
Oh.
Like, oh, okay, well, I'll pray for you, or, like
I
really
know what
they
you
really
mean,
they want to
yeah.
say like,
Instead
screw
of
you.
cussing you out, they say, "I pray for you."
Yeah, I'll pray for you.
And then that prayer, they cussing you out.
They cussing me out in every year.
Yeah,
So it's like
call your name.
the context of it's never been it's rarely genuine.
Yes.
It's rarely
I know what
genuine.
you mean. Amazing. So because of time in such a rush, I got to hear from two people about this subject. Derrick, my producer, he's a Bible thumper, Uncle Tom, white on the inside, Nazi Bible thumper. What do you think about that, about the role?
If the goal is to create more lesbians, I'm not doing it. But if the goal is to bring more to Christ, I'll do it.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you acting and that role came up, would you do it?
Depends. If it's a way to give a testimony, yeah, for sure.
But how you gonna give a testimony playing a lesbian?
You can be a lesbian and turn to Christ in a film.
Oh.
They've done that before, yeah.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
But if it's just pushing an agenda, yeah, no.
Did you catch the thought this week? The first thought?
Yeah.
You did? What was
Yeah.
it like catching the first thought?
It was like, I don't know, it was like stopping, I guess, chaos from happening. I don't know. It was sort of weird because I like to interpret things, see different perspectives.
Yeah.
So it kind of felt like I was being lazy at times because I didn't want to do the hard work, the deep thinking. So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of I stuck with it, but then I didn't because I was studying, I was looking at some stuff, so I had to think a little deeply. So I stuck with it for the most part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting though. Kurt, would you play, if you were an actor, would you play a role that goes against your morals or values?
If you want to, I mean, it depends on what they're having you do. If you want to do it, go for it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Did you do the assignment? Did you do the assignment, Catch the First Thought?
Yeah.
And tell us about it.
What about it?
What about it? What did he say in the meeting this morning, Jay? Oh, I got the answer to the biblical.
To the biblical question.
Oh, that's the biblical question.
Yeah.
And what was the biblical question?
Well, Hassan had a good answer.
What was the biblical question?
When people say, my prayers go out to you, what do they mean?
Okay, you say?
They mean, my hate goes out to you.
Oh, interesting. Because that's what a whole lot of them mean. Absolutely, they hate you. So they're going to pray for you because they hate you. Good point. Amazing. Yes, Derrick.
Oh, I didn't answer that. I think prayer works. I think it's cool to pray for people. And I think some people do use that term as a way of saying F you. So, but I think, like, when my grandma tells me she's going to pray for me, I know she's really going to sit in a room and pray for me. So. Don't laugh. Don't say anything. That's it.
Okay. You had another question for me. Oh, man. Grandma prayers.
It's pertaining to the assignment.
Okay.
So when I heard this assignment, I thought about the scripture, pray without ceasing. And before I began overcoming, I never understood what that meant, to pray without ceasing, because in a practical way, we can't do that. So because I've been doing this, I've been watching the thoughts and catching them for like a while now. And my question is this, is catching the thought and staying present, is that the equivalent? Is that what that scripture means?
Yep.
To pray without ceasing?
Stay present.
Okay.
Stay present. And eventually, especially if you do this assignment of catching the thoughts, eventually all thoughts are going to disappear. You won't even have any. Just practical thought about what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear. But the demons, because those are demon thoughts, the demons will be taken away from you. And so when situations come, you won't have those thoughts and feelings at all.
Yeah.
But you got to stay present. Pray. And he said, don't forget to stay present. Stay present.
And it feels, when I am present, it feels like I would describe it as heaven. Like there's just a peace, I can't even, it's indescribable.
Right.
I don't know how to describe it. But
Yes.
the last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm done with the topic, is that Hollywood, the Pentagon does have like a division for, films coming out of Hollywood. So
Okay.
just FYI.
Okay, thank you. What? I know, I appreciate that. Number one, all of your morals and all of your values are wrong. That's why they don't work for you. Nobody with morals and values, life is working for them. Do you know why? Tell them why, Alex, is not working. You have morals and values, right?
I do.
And why they're not working.
Well, for me, the morals and values that I thought that were mine didn't work for me because they weren't mine. I started thinking, where did I get them? Like the feeling that I'm a Christian, the feeling that I'm this and I'm that. I started questioning all that, and it usually came from my parents telling me as a young kid, this is what you are, this is what we do. And either from my parents or peer pressure, I just picked stuff up from school because I saw everybody else doing it. And so right now I'm just try to stay quiet and try to pay attention. And
there's not one person on earth with morals and values and they're working. Not one. But yet you still hold on to them. Oh, my morals and values. If you didn't have any morals and values, you would go and do the part. It'll be right for you, and you would do your best job at it and not worry about the outcome, and it'll be perfect, and it will lead to something else. And and I know what you mean by typecasting. That would not happen to you because you will have no ideas, you will have no morals, you will have no value. You're just doing an amazing job that's right in front of you. And again, there are those jobs you're not going to take. It's just common sense dictate that. But something like that that's not gross and all that, you do your very best at it without any expectation, any idea of morals and values. It's going to lead into something great, and you become the best actors on the country floor. But if you have these ideas, you're worried about Christian and all, morals and values don't work for anyone. Then have your morals and values every word, hey. And he was a homegrown moral and value guy.
No, they have not.
And why not?
I don't exactly know why not. They kind of keep me in a state of judgment, though.
Absolutely. Every human being thinks that they're right with their little morals and values, and it's based on what they think that they are, and they judge everybody else. And if you don't go their way, they'll beat you up, they'll judge you, they'll talk about you, and they'll try to hurt you. Because those morals and values are just ideas that you think are right because you've been taught right from wrong. Only God has that, and we see that as we're living. It is nothing like what you think. There's no judgment in morals and values. There's no worry. There's no anxiety. You have understanding when you have morals and values that comes straight from the light. But these things that we've been taught to have more, they have done nothing but destroyed us, kept up in a cage and make us judge everybody else because we think we're right. Every moral and value person think they're right. We can have two Christians in the same room and both think that they're right, and they'll fight each other if you disagree with what they think. They'll sit there and fight each other about the word. You don't know what it is, and that's why you can't get into the kingdom, because you think you know right from wrong. That's what happened with Adam and Eve. When they ate from the tree, Before they ate, they only knew good because they were one with good, with God. And then they ate the apple. Now they think they now know evil. And so then now they think they know morals and value. They know right from wrong because now they know good and evil. Whereas before they didn't know evil. They had no idea about evil. They only knew good because they knew God. They were one with Him. And they had no judgment, no nothing. Christians are the worst ones because they have morals and value and quote the Bible and they get mad at you just like that. So drop the ideas of morals and value. It's just an idea. And the light will show you. And you will never judge another person because you will be in the light and you will have understanding. You will know why they are doing what they are doing. And you will understand. You will have true compassion because now you can see. Isn't that amazing? Anybody disagree with that? Drop the morals and value and walk in the light. Most people cannot enter the kingdom because they think they know what's right. They think they're God. As long as you think you're God, you never will know Him. One other quick one I want to ask, since you've been so quiet all day. Never be for or against anything. What does that mean?
The same thing that it means to not take sides.
Yes.
To just stay present and to try to understand what people are saying, but not agree or disagree with them.
Have you been doing that?
Yes, and it's helped me have conversations because I think when I first started doing this work, I disagreed with a lot of people when I got out of here because a lot of people don't understand what we work on when we come here and fellowship. And now that I don't have to agree or disagree with them, it's helped me just have a conversation and understand where they're at, and they really can't see or help themselves.
Amazing. Absolutely. Stop taking sides. And you can live. You got to drop all you know in order to know God. You got to drop everything. You can't have any ideas, any plans, because what you're going to notice too, you're going to find out that you don't own anything. There's nothing about you, yourself, that you own. You own nothing. You don't own your own body. You don't own your own thoughts. You don't own your own life. You own nothing. You own children. You own nothing. The breath that you breathe. You're not in control and you own nothing. But in that ego state, you think you do. My body, my choice. Isn't that a mess? Come into the light. Come into the light and live from the light. Any question about that? Yes, sir. Real fast. I'm so out of time, but I got to take it.
It's crazy because I agree with her. Like ever since I've been coming here and just listening to you and working on myself, like the last time when I was here and I was telling you about the whole alcohol situation, I've been working on that and it's getting way better. So I thank God for that. But yeah, I'm to the point now where I don't even have a comment or I don't agree, disagree. I don't choose sides with anything and I'm just watching it and just like people tell me now, hey, dude, you don't even talk. You're just quiet most of the time. And I was just like, well, I do have conversations with them, like practical conversations. But other than that, when they go on their rants about whatever, I'm just like, all right, whatever. You know, let them be. It's like the whole situation with loving the Jews or hating the Jews. I love the Jews and you showed me to love on the Jews. And I thank you for that because back in the days, I was all in my thoughts and stuff. And I think what's going on now with the whole conversation with the Jews or the BLM, I think it's just technology. Technology now is easy to research things and people go on to their thoughts of what they're researching. So I guess that's what's causing this division and this drama. But to be honest, I don't care.
Yeah. Now, if you want to disagree with that, you don't want to be giving the Jews all our money, okay. If it's just about the money and you disagree, that's it. But don't get mad about that either, right? But other than, when you hate the Jews, it's just like the blacks hating the whites, and the whites hating the Jews, and the Jews hating the Allah people, and everybody hates somebody. There's no love in that. And they all being controlled by evil. It's the same spirit, right? So you can disagree without being angry and hating. It has nothing to do with that. All right. In the gray shirt, did you do the assignment? Brown sweater.
No, I didn't do the assignment, but I thought about it.
And what was the assignment?
To catch, I believe that was either last week's. It was to catch your first thought.
Yeah. And why did you do it?
I believe that I was doing it, but I didn't continue to do it.
Oh, so like Derrick.
Yeah, I kind of related to Derrick when that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have a question for you though.
What?
During the silent prayer, I believe you mentioned that you want to put your hands together in a prayer-like form. What does that look like?
What does what look like?
A prayer-like form. When you say, like, in the silent prayer, to put your hands together in a prayer-like form?
You don't have to do it like this.
Mm-hmm.
You can lay it on you like this. You can have them down by your side or whatever.
But is there like a position that you need to
prayer-like
have
form
correctly?
is this.
Okay.
You know how when in the Bible they don't. I don't even know if this is real, but they show Christ praying and looking up to God. It means that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just be aware.
And if I'm not doing that, I could still do the silent prayer, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You could be walking down the road and doing it.
Okay.
Be present.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Amazing. Any final questions or anything? Stay with it. But you got to catch the first thought. And I promise you, when you stay with catching the first thought, there will be no second thoughts. Because you're not giving life to evil. You're only giving it life when you go with the first thought. Well, if you follow up on the first thought, but if you catch the first thought, there will be no second. As Derrick was saying, it was like nothing was going on. And he gonna feel like he gotta have something going on. He gotta figure out something. But in the light, you don't have to figure out anything. There's nothing to figure out, nothing to think about, nothing to worry about. But you gotta practice staying present. No matter where you are. Walking down, slow down and just look around as you move about. All right? And I have some more to deal with, but we're out of time. The brand new biblical question is what, Hake? This is a doozy. Watch the expression on everybody's face when they hear this one.
Where did Judas Iscariot go when he died?
See? Where did Judas, what's his name? Iscariot go when he died? What? Judas, he's scary. All right? Where did he go there, Bible thumper?
Hades.
He went to hell?
Hades.
Is Hades and hell the same thing or different?
Different.
Oh, he went to Hades. Oh, okay. Do we have you're ex-Bible thumper. Where did Judas go?
Why do you have it stuck in your head that I'm an ex-Bible thumper? I don't know anything about the Bible.
Oh, you went to Bible thumper when you first
No,
came?
never.
Oh, my bad.
I'm
my bad.
No, that's okay. Do you think I'm offended? No, I'm just said it in fun. But
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
going to go with Derrick's answer for now. I need to ponder it more.
Oh,
I think
okay.
he probably went to Hades, but I don't know.
Is there a difference between hell and Hades?
I think they used to call it Hades in
Hades
ancient
is where those black
times.
people live.
What black people and what Hades are you
So Jesus
referring?
sent the
Reference.
So God sent Judas over to Haiti.
Oh, Haiti.
No wonder the black people. No. You're an ex-Bible thumper, right?
Yes, sir.
Where did Judas Iscariot go when he died?
I don't know. That's something I've never contemplated.
Oh, okay. That's the biblical question. Aren't you an ex-Bible thumper? Your wife is an ex-Bible thumper, right? Are you a Bible thumper?
I was a fake one.
A fake one, though, right?
Yeah.
Where did Judas go when he died?
I don't know.
Okay. Hassan says he know. And then we out of here.
I think he inevitably went to heaven.
You think he went to heaven?
Yeah.
And why?
Because I think that, well, it's kind of a complex answer, but there's a few reasons. One, I think he saw Jesus get out of so many things, like out of danger so many times, that he just thought, oh yeah, he's just gonna, like, even though he told on him, I think he thought Jesus was just gonna like Houdini out of it again, because he's seen him do it so many times. So that reason, then also I think that a person like that who is like maybe conniving, who knows how much that helped Jesus along the way.
Okay.
And then also, he felt so bad about doing it, didn't he? Like, didn't he want to like, or maybe that might have been someone else.
He committed suicide.
Or yeah, something though. I feel like he felt bad. Like they said that like he did
He threw the
regret
goat,
it or something.
He gave them the money back and he committed
Yeah,
suicide.
something like that. So I think there's like multiple reasons. It's kind of complex, but yeah, I think Judas was a decent guy.
Okay. That's the biblical question. Will you help today with how to deal with this? Yes. Okay. He said yes. Merry Christmas. The office is open until Tuesday, right? Last day of the office being open this week is Tuesday. Merry Christmas. I will be doing my show Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but hey, you're not, right?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure yet? And the anchor baby, I'm not sure yet. But Merry Christmas. Thank you all for everything. We will be having a meeting. There are people who contacted me, you want to come from out of town. We are having the Sunday morning meetings, but no other meetings, all right? Thank you. Stay with us, stay with us, stay with it, and thank you all very much. Amazing fellowship today. This was amazing. So we're going to